gentlemen, is the need to capacitate local authorities. Capacitate in terms of ensuring that every local authority is ready to deal with any disasters in terms of fire. I think you've seen us distributing fire tenders to all local authorities, both urban and rural. And this is a first in the second dispensation. This is a first. It has never happened since 1890. It has happened with the leadership of His Excellency, Dr. Emerson Damzo Mnangagwa, that even the rural local authorities are being given fire tenders, that in the event of any fire, you don't need to wait for a fire tender driving all the way from the nearest urban local authority. All local authorities, big and small, urban and rural, are now capacitated with fire tenders. We have also capacitated them with construction equipment for them to be able to develop and maintain the roads that fall under their purview. We have also encouraged them to maintain the clinics and build more clinics in their areas of jurisdiction, build more schools, build more hospitals, invite investors in Murewa and invest in Murewa, knowing fully well that Murewa, Mutoko, Mudzi, UMP, and Goromonzi are the centers, or that is the hub of perishable products like vegetables. They are the hub for mangoes that are very natural without any fertilizers, that do not cause any stomach problems. And this is where we are going. And we are saying to these local authorities, invite prepared brochures, prepared documentation to invite investors from all over the world to come and invest in your local authorities, knowing fully well that the precious resources that we desire, or that are desired by the investors, are domiciled in the 8 rural provinces. There is no mining taking place in Harare. There is no mining taking place in Bulawayo. It happens in the 8 rural provinces. So our district councils must invite these investors to come and invest and grow our RDCs from just being an RDC to a town board, and from a town board to a town, and from a town to a city. That is what development talks about. And we have also, working together with the Minister of National Housing and Social Amenities, encouraged the development of smart houses in the rural communities. Smart houses that are served by solar energy systems, smart houses with septic tanks and soakaway and flushable systems, smart houses with drilled water, so that there is clean water. What you desire to have in urban areas is now there in the rural communities. If you drive along Idim Nangagwa Road, further on Mtoko Road, if I use the old names, you see beautiful houses being built, starting from Patino Tipa 44 in Goromonzi West, in Murewa West, sorry. Beautiful upright buildings being built. This is development, and this is where we are going. We want to invite the media to be part of that. We are prepared to set some time with the Minister of Information to visit these stations, and you see for yourselves what is happening in the rural areas, the rural transformation, and also coupled with what's happening in the Ministry of Agriculture, the rural industrialization, so that there is no need to come and rush and be in Harare and then get crowded and you crowd our roads. You can still be in Murewa and still drive to Harare and be at work together with a person, or even earlier than a person coming from Kwazala, where there is traffic jam. You know, so these are some of the developments. I can go on and on and on, but these are some of the developments that are taking place. But more importantly, capacitate the local authorities through training of councillors, training of mayors and town clerks, chairmen and CEOs of our local authorities. They were lacking training. Yes, people have gone to school, they've got degrees. That's good enough. That's specific for the area that you trained for, or you're trained to do. I'm talking about training with respect to understand who we are as people, the ideology of this country, with respect to our values, our culture, our norms. Who are we as Zimbabweans? We have started that training earnestly, and the success rate has been so wonderful, so splendid, with all the local our councillors from the political divide coming for training. Yes, we received a lot of negative publicity from people who were posting on social media that people are being indoctrinated. It's not a political party indoctrination. It's a Zimbabwe government ideology, trust. Who are we? If I am to write a story which is negative about my president, who am I? What will I benefit from doing that? You must ask yourself those questions. Never, let's not ever promote bad publicity. Let's look at the positives in our country and deal with those. Yes, there are areas that we haven't done well. We are very much aware of that. We are alive to that, and we are, as local government, we are doing everything necessary to ensure that all the areas that are lagging behind are being corrected. And more importantly, which you must know, is we've been given the authority to privatize service delivery. Because what has been happening is we look forward to the local authorities to do service delivery. They do not have the resources. It's not a secret that this country has been under sanctions for decades. And those sanctions are affecting even those that asked for them. It's not only the so-called targeted names, but it's everybody. So the local authorities, given that disaster, they cannot access funding from banks. So is central government. Cannot access funding from international banks, international financial houses. His Excellency has said, look, we cannot keep on crying about the impact of sanctions on us or how sanctions are destroying us. Let's look inwardly. What are the resources that we have? What is it that we can do also to ensure that we provide proper services to residents? Privatize water purification, distribution, billing, and smart water metering. Privatize. We're going to be doing that. This year, all that will be done in all our local authorities. Privatize solid waste management. Privatize liquid waste management. Privatize those services that can attract investment. Privatize them. And this is the norm globally. Any other country you go to, even closest to home in Joburg, in South Africa, those services are privatized, so that the local authority focuses on issues that do not demand a lot of funding. So we've been given the authority to privatize, and we are going ahead with privatization. And again, we want to invite members of the media, together with your minister, to sing the same chorus with us as we privatize, because we are tired of blaming ourselves. Honorable Minister, let me conclude by saying, this is our country, all of us. There is no other country that we have. You can decide to migrate and go to England. You still come back, either in a coffin or alive. You come back, because this is your country. So let's love ourselves and love our country and develop our country ourselves. As the President always said, there is no Zimbabwean who is better than the people that are in here and those that are at home. It's us. Says, let's look at ourselves and say, is this the Zimbabwe that our grandchildren, people here, our grandchildren should inherit? The answer is no. So let's work together and develop our country. I thank you, Honorable Minister.